Hi. Hi, boys and girls. Won't you be, won't you be my neighbor? Ozzie McNeil is outside? Oh my goodness. That's a shock. Well, in case you guys don't know what I'm talking about, when I say Purdue Pharma is filing for bankruptcy, you might say to yourself, what is Purdue Pharma? And what does that have to do with me? You ever heard of the word oxycodone hydrochloride, better known as Oxycontin? Yeah, well, the Oxycontin world took a blow when Purdue Pharma filed for bankruptcy. Well, they reached a settlement with about probably more than 2,000 governments that are suing them over they role in the opioid crisis. They made billions selling prescription painkillers, Oxycontin. This means a lot of craziness is going to happen and a lot of violence is going to happen in a lot of different places. So please be careful. See, people only see one thing and they don't know that it's a titanic effect that could affect a lot of people's lives and money, and dangerous things start to pop up during these times. You see, the settlement framework is about $12 billion estimated. That this titanic shift can affect about roughly $12 billion. So by them filing for bankruptcy, it just saved people from wasting hundreds of millions of dollars a year on, litigation. Now they want to provide resources, right, to try to help the communities across the world cope with the opioid crisis. They want to work with the state's attorney general and everyone in charge, with other plaintiffs and representatives to finalize and implement, an agreement as quickly as possible. But legal battles still lie in Connecticut, Stanford, and all these places, which is spending millions on legal costs as it defends themselves in lawsuits and 2,600 other governments and other entities. You see, what this means is that rich people were being affected. Rich people, children were being hooked on opioids. This was supposed to stay in one area and it spread it out throughout the world. It got to areas it wasn't supposed to. Now, rich people can sue and they can start causing troubles for a company to where they have to shut down and file Chapter 11. This way, big universities like Stanford, Connecticut, other places like this where they got all these lawsuits. See, if one of us died of oxy or something, that's just too bad. We shouldn't have been using. One of those people died, it was rich, powerful sons, they get sick and die. Oh no, it's lawsuits and lawyers. Oh, well, thank you, Mr. Sledge. Well, of course they're gonna sue. Everybody's gonna sue because the states want the money. They don't care about the actual person. That's not what they do over there. Granted, they keep spamming your notifications, but they're putting my notifications in a spam box. Well, you should report that it's not spam. Next time, screenshot it and send it to me, because I want to see it, Mr. Sled. Hmm. I agree. Well, you got to look at the situation in totality. Pharma, they just covering their own butts because they can't. The lawsuits would have cost people millions of dollars. Plus, making this tentative agreement settlement gives them a break. See, in the lawsuit, what's not being told to you is that this is a strategy, even by Purdue Pharma, because all it's going to do is give the tax breaks to the drug firms by taking this settlement. You see, that's what's not being told here. You see, when Oklahoma, the Attorney General Mike Hunter said back in March that Purdue Pharma was going to pay the state $270 million to settle a lawsuit linked to the opioid epidemic. What about those families who lost kids because of opioids? Are they going to see some of that $270 million? Why the state get that money? That's another story though. But he said they declared they had an agreement, and that's going to begin a new chapter for those struggling with addiction. Hmm. Yeah, we don't buy this. We black. Uh, the deal also appears to be part of the latest chapter in a saga with the USA Corporations, they trim their tax bills by writing lawsuits, settlements off of the taxes. So if you settle a lawsuit, they just write it right off your tax. So Congress blocked many of those tactics in a major tax cut law passed in 2017. However, a few initial settlements among the thousands of opioid lawsuits show the regulatory cat and mouse game that's still going on. Purdue Pharma and the payments will go to a new foundation center and research in pain and addiction. And in the agreement, the Teva Pharmaceuticals USA and all that stuff, the firm's payments will be used as restitution, not a penalty. So anyway, a settlement with the what's that McKinnison thing that declared that transaction wasn't a fine, penalty, and punitive damages or forfeitures. All those items might carry weight when companies file their taxes. So that means all that stuff is written off and no one's the wiser. Crazy, 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 crazy. It's crazy. Why is H. Campbell talking about me now? You don't have to listen 50 minutes if you don't want to. And you miss out on comedic gold because Mr. Campbell came in the live chat and started talking. You missed it. Oh, she was doing all right. She was glad to see me over there. Yep. So we gonna go out here and do our thing and keep it moving.